Now we are in Jilin. And today is the International Tiger Day. I'm CMG reporter Wei Wenwen. So right now I'm in Heilongjiang province, and now I'm in front of the Leopard National Park in Heilongjiang province. So in this place, it's located in the middle of Heilongjiang province and Jilin province. In this place, we have very good ecosystem, and this also provide a very favorable condition for the breeding of the tigers. And today we will go inside of the national park, and I'm glad to be joined by the women's patrol team. Please say hi to our viewers. Good morning, everyone. So before we depart for the national park, I would like to give you some of the gifts. And so during the live streaming, make sure you interact with us. You can actually forward our live streaming, and you may have the chance to get this lovely creature, and also you may have a doll or a bag. All of these are quite lovely presents. So now we will depart to meet all of these lovely tigers. So a lot of people may have a question that actually it is a very hard work. And however, we could see we have 6 women in the patrol team. So why we choose women to take care of the tigers? Because for the women, they are more considerate, and we have to, for example, to feed the tigers, and also we have to check the condition of the tigers. And during the process, we need to leave some mark, and also we have to take notes. So for men, maybe they may forget some of the details, and that's why we have a group of women to take notes about the conditions of the tigers. So for each patrol team, we have at least 2 women in the team. But for women, actually, I would feel it's a little bit frightened, because in this place we have a lot of insects, and also maybe we have some mosquitoes. Especially in summer, we may have all of these insects coming up, and maybe we will encounter snakes. And especially when we come into the forest, there may be some spider nets, and we have the mosquitoes. All of these are quite risky. So when you first join the patrol team, do you vote to join the team? So actually for some of the members, they're also a little bit frightened, because for some people, they're afraid of the caterpillar or they're afraid of the snakes. So we have to conquer all of this fear. However, for all of us, we are actually the 2nd generation from the forestry workers, so we are quite used to this kind of environment. So what preparation we have to do before we enter into the forest? I will take a bag. For example, this is a navigation system. So we could leave some of the mark, and also we could capture some of the traces of the tiger. When we are coming to the mountain, and we will enter into some remote area, so this navigation system will be served as a compass. And also we have a ruler. For example, if we are seeing some of the marks of the tigers or leopards, so we will try to capture the size of their feet. Well, actually the road is quite bumpy, especially when we come into a raining season. It's very difficult for us to enter into the forest. And for some of the trucks, they were stuck in the mud. So this is also a test of the drivers. So I believe we have already arrived. Yes. It is quite bumpy indeed. I feel a little bit car sick. So before we enter into the park, I would also like to introduce a special guest, Mr. Li Gang, the person in charge of the Leopard National Park. So it is quite risky to enter into the mountain. So for Mr. Li, he is very experienced. So all of us will count on you. So when we enter inside of the mountain, it's very difficult to find a path. So actually we'll follow the path by the animals. Any reminders if we enter into the mountainous area? Well, if it's necessary, make sure you don't enter into this kind of forest. And do not bend down. Because for the tigers or leopards, if you are seen you are bending down, and they may consider you as a target. So what is the key task for us? So we will do some patrolling, and also we will monitor the situation of the leopards and the tigers. So what is the purpose for us? Because we always collect some of the excrement. Because we will do some chemical examinations about the excrement of these beasts, so we would understand what they eat, and also we're able to understand the health condition of these beasts. And also we will compare the genes and to identify the species of the tigers and the leopards. That's why we want to collect all of these excrements from the tigers and leopards. So where are we going right now? Look at this. This is the excrement from leopard. This is the northeast China leopard. Just look at the direction of this excrement. So you could actually imagine the pose of the leopard. And this is the way how they declare territory. So now we will take some notes. So this is the northeast China leopard, and this is the excrement we found. And also we have to take photos. And also we need to locate this place. So right now you could see for these excrement have been staying in this place for a long time. This is not fresh. As for this piece of excrement has been put in this place for a really long time, now you could see it's become the residue. Because for this beast, they may think this place is quite safe. That's why they would like to deliver the excrement in this place. So what is, in general, what is the time for some of these tigers and leopards come out? Basically, they will come out in the early morning. So how we maintain all of these cameras? So every 2 to 3 months, we will check all of these cameras, and also we will collect the data from these cameras. We will change the storage card, we will collect all of these information. So actually, we will number all of these different storage devices. Then we're able to identify the place and the condition for the tigers and the leopards. So just take a look at this one. Actually, we could see all this information from our mobile phone. So this is the leopard, this is the northeast leopard, this is a male leopard. So how we activate this kind of camera? So actually for all of these animals, when it comes through this camera will turn on automatically. For example, they could capture the situation of the defecate of the leopards because they could feel the heat of all of these animals. So I believe right now in this forest park we have a great number of animals. That's right, especially in winter we are able to find out a large group of deer. So in March, after the snow melted, we are able to capture over like 20 or 30 sickle deer. Especially in winter, it is very beautiful. So if you visit this place in winter, you're able to see some of the sickle deer. And also last time when I came here, I'm also able to find a wild boar. At that time, I tried to use my camera from the mobile phone to capture the image of the boar. So from my eyes, I'm able to see 7 boars. Just take a look at this one. This is the excrement from the wild deer. And also you could see for the excrement has been staying here for a really long time. So when we are preserving the northeast China tiger, and right now we are trying to conserve the ecological environment. So it is not just about the conservation of the tiger, it is also the conservation of the wild plants and also their habitats. So for the northeast China tiger, it's very important in China. When we are conserving this species, we have to conserve everything around northeast China tiger. And also for the habitat for the northeast tiger, it also needs to have a very high standard. For example, we need to provide food for these tigers. For this place, I would say we need to at least have over at least 150 prey for the tigers. For example, the hawks, the deers, etc. So each time when we are coming inside of the mountain, we have to follow this path, which is quite risky. And sometimes we have to cross the river. In this place, it's very difficult for us to see some of the northeast leopard. On a monthly basis, they will come to this place because they will consider this place as their home. So what is this one? This is a special plant, and this is a mushroom. Toxic? No. Actually, we could eat it. And also we have special fruits in this forest park. Just take a look at this one. This is a yellow mushroom. It looks like an egg. It's very colorful and bright. So sometimes when we find out all of these mushrooms, we will take back home. So for some of the tigers, we have to conserve them. And also we have to make sure that there's no cage or other cage to trap all of these animals. Take this one. For some of the animals, and they will come to this place, and also there may be some cover installed in this place, and this is quite dangerous for the tigers. So how many cover you clear? Actually about 100 or 200 cages or covers in this place. So since 2013, after we start our patrolling, and we're trying our best to clear some of the traps and the covers. So right at the beginning, when we are starting our work, it's about like 10 to 20 cages. But right now, when we are doing the patrolling, it's very difficult to find out a trap. So maybe in the past, the most important thing for us is to clear some of the traps. But right now, I think it's quite fun. Well, actually, it's quite energy consuming, but I feel very delighted. So how many years have you been working in this place? So by this year, it's about 15 years. I could feel a lot of changes, especially for the conservation work for the tiger and the leopards. So in the past, we don't see many tigers and leopards in this place, but now, from time to time, we are able to see some of these animals. Back in 2008, in Heilongjiang province, we were able to receive a group of experts. At that time, we are not able to detect the tiger and the leopard. Start from 2013, we're able to detect the very first one of the northeast leopard. And also we are able to identify different kinds of the species in the national park. And we are able to find out the baby cubs of the northeast China tiger in the national park. So how many tigers and leopards are together in this place? So we are able to monitor 14 northeast China tiger, and also we have 13 leopards. So right now we also have a more advanced equipment. In the past, we have to monitor the situation manually, but right now we have the infrared camera. We are able to monitor the situation 24 hours, 7 days per week. It is not just for the tiger conservation. We are also able to conserve animals from different species. Thank you very much. So it just feels like we are trying to provide a safe environment for the wild animals. Even though it is a quite short journey, but I'm sweating out. But especially if you were able to find out some of the surprises from the national park, and then it is quite a joyous experience. So just like the women's patrol team said, each time when they are able to find out some of the traces of the tigers and the leopards, they feel everything is worthy. I hope in the future we can see more tigers, leopards, and other wild animals settled in the Leopards National Park. Dear viewers, good morning. So right now I'm in the northeast China Tiger Park in Heilongjiang province, and today is the Global Tiger Day, and also today I will bring you to a special place, so we're able to see some of the northeast China tigers in this place. Make sure you follow me. So right now I'm in the home of the tigers. So this is the tiger part of Harbin. So also we call this place the kindergarten of the northeast China tiger. And here we're able to see some of the tiger cubs. So now we're able to see 5 cubs here. So they're just 1 month old. So these are tigers. You could see they're quite alert. So for the northeast China tiger, they were also considered as the big cat. And also they are also part of the species of the Bengal tiger. So for these tiger cubs, they are quite young. They're only 1 month old. But as time passes, they will grow very fast. So at about 2 to 3 years, for the male tigers, will reach about 150 kilograms. So for the northeast China tiger, they're quite heavy. That's why they're considered as the king of the forest. So in order to better do a work in the conservation work, start from 1986, in Harbin, they have established the breeding center. So that is the very first tiger conservation center in China. With over 3 decades of hard work, right now we are doing a good job in the conservation work. According to our observation, so right now in the national park, even outside of the national park, we have over like 50 northeast China tiger here. So for these tiger cubs, you could see they're quite young. So I have to be very gentle to these tiger cubs. So for these tigers, they're just like little cats. So for each day, they have to make sure that they have enough food and sleep so they can grow stronger. So with 3 decades of hard work, so we're able to breed thousands of the northeast tiger cubs. And also we want to train them to fit into the wild environment. So right now I'm in the northeast tiger part of Harbin. So in this place, it's designed for the conservation and the R&D. So this place is considered as the largest breeding center for the northeast China tiger. So for this place, it has a size of about 1.4 million square meters. Also for this park, you could see it simulated the wild environment. So for the northeast tigers, when they're coming to this place, it feels like they're living in the wilderness. Just take a look at this one. They're very cute and lovely, and also it's very curious. So for the tiger cubs, so when they turn 1 year old, they're still baby tigers. When they come to 3 years old, it will become an adult tiger and it will become the king of the forest. So for the tigers, they're very expertise in the hunting and the preying. And also people are asking which one is stronger, tiger or lion? So actually in the natural habitat we're not able to see when a tiger meets a lion. But according to some of the statistics, especially we have a lot of information about the physical condition of the tigers and also their preying capability. And we would say the Northeast China tiger is the strongest among the cat category. So for the Northeast China tiger, they actually lived in the northeast part in China and also in some places in Russia. And in this place, we're able to provide a wild environment for the tigers. In this place, it's quite cold in winter. So just look at the size of the tiger cub. So for its 4 limbs, it's shorter. It could keep them warm. And also if you look at the color, and it is quite light in the pattern. And this will also help them to stay warm in winter. And in autumn, so for all of these tiger cubs, they will gain a lot of weight. Especially in autumn, for all of these Northeast tigers, they will adjust their metabolism and also they will gain a lot of weight during autumn. The reason for that is because they have to have a very strong body so that they could pass the winter. So even though it feels like they're quite slim in spring and the summer, but when it goes to winter, they will get stronger. However, they're still very brave and also they're quite aggressive. Also, I would like to share with you some of the interesting stories about the tigers. And a lot of people may wonder whether the tigers are able to climb up the trees. I believe many viewers would like to ask the same question because they think tiger quite different compared to cats, so maybe the tigers don't know how to climb. So when the tigers are very young age, they're able to climb up the trees. However, when they grow older, they will not take such a risky action. As I said, for the adult tigers, they're quite heavy, because each one of them could weigh about 200 to 250 kilograms. So for some of the branches, they are not able to support the weight of the tigers. So that's why for these tigers, they don't want to climb up the trees. And for the Northeast tigers, they're also very good swimmer. That's why we say they are the king of the forest. Just take a look at this one. I believe many people are interested about this lovely baby. And recently on the internet, many people love this one because you could see it is quite cute and adorable. And also, it has a very special skill. She really loves eating. So for all of these cubs, they like eating, they like sleeping, but for this one, it's a big foodie. So a lot of people, they're saying that This one is a big foodie. So for the tiger cubs, they're just like cats. Now you could see they always stay together and play around. In general, for the tiger cubs, they are raised by their moms. But for this one, because the tiger mom is not in a good condition, she is not suitable to feed all of these tiger cubs. Then we will transfer these cubs to this breeding center, and also we have a designated breeder to take care of these tiger cubs. Because of the artificial breeding, that's why we're able to do a good job in the tiger conservation. In the wild situation, for the adult tiger, they would like to give birth to 1 to 2 tigers. If the tiger gives birth to 3 tigers, it's very difficult to raise the third one. But with the intervention of the human breeding, then the survival rate will significantly improve. For example, this one, it is quite weak. But as we have already transferred this lovely baby into the breeding center, and now we could see she is getting stronger. And she's no different than his brother and sisters. And also this one is very smart. And she's very interested in food, especially when it comes to the feeding time. She is the first one to show up. Naturally, we don't have a lot of contacts with all of these tiger cubs. So after they turn into 1 month old, the breeder has the chance to have some contact with human beings. Just look at this one. I believe he's very naughty. And I could read some of the comments from the viewers. They think all of these are just big cats. So I have to escape. Very cute. Next, I would like to talk about the origin of the Northeast tiger. So for the Northeast tiger, the original name is the Siberian tiger. The first we detected the Northeast China tiger in the northeast part of China. But because of the environmental issues, so for some of the Siberian tigers are in danger of extinction. Especially back in 1986, we are not able to find out the Siberian tigers. So after we first find about 3 tigers back in 1986, we are trying our best for the conservation of the tiger. We have to consider a lot of factors, and also we have the human intervention of the breeding. And right now we are able to have over 1,000 Northeast China tigers. So right now we are not in face of the danger of the extinction. But still, we have to train some of the Northeast tigers so that they could get used to the wilderness, and they may come back to the wild environment. So this is the focus for us, and this is our key task. So after the tiger cubs, when they become adults, they will receive 1 to 2 years of the training. For example, we will try to improve their survival skills after they meet certain standards, and then we will discharge them to the wild environment. And also for the tigers, they are paying a lot of attention to the territory. So for adult tigers, and they may declare territory about 40 to 50 square meters. So if we release all of these qualified tigers back to the wild environment, actually we think we don't have enough natural resources, natural places to release all of these tigers. So that's why we build all of these national park or the forest park. So we try to imitate the natural habitats for the northeast tigers. And for some of the tigers, if they already meet the standards, we would like to release some of these tigers back to the wilderness. Now you could see it is the daily routine for these tiger cubs. You could see they practice since childhood about their skills. And you could see they're quite clever. For one side, it will act as the prey, and the other one is the hunter. It feels like they're already doing some of the preying training. Just take a look at this one, and it feels like she is trying to lock the neck of one tiger cub, and also she is practicing her skills about the preying. And also for the northeast tigers, they are very intelligent. And for each one of them, they have different personalities. So for example, this one, what is it thinking? I believe she's thinking about when is the lunchtime. So for the tigers, when they grow older, they will be very powerful. So for example, for their paws, it's very aggressive. And also you could see some of the news. For all of these tigers, they will just one slap and then the glass of your vehicle will be broken. Because of the time limitation, so that is the part for the Northeast China tiger. Thank you for watching. That's my part. Thank you. Dear viewers from CCTV, I'm CMG reporter Tao Zewen. So right now I'm in the Shenyang, the Northeast China Tiger Center. So today is the International Tiger Day, and also it is a big day for the Tiger Park, because today for the triplets from the Tiger Park, they turn into 1 month old. Because before they made a debut, we have to do some physical testing of the triplets. And today also we are glad to be joined by a special guest. And we have a person in charge from the breeding center, Mr. Xu. Good morning, everyone. My name is Xu Haichao. So we all know that for Mr. Xu, he has about 17 years of experience in breeding the tigers. So when these tiger cubs being born, first we have to weight all of these tigers. And also we'll use a very simple way to check the condition of all of these tiger cubs. Just check the weight of the big brother of the cub. It is about 6.1 kilogram. So how about the level of this weight? I think he is a little bit overweight because he is only 1 month old. So actually with about 1 month, so for this tiger cub already turned into 5 kilograms. So he grew very fast. So let's take a closer look on the paws of this tiger cub. It's very fluffy. So actually this is his weapon. And also we can check the health condition for this tiger cub from its paws. So we'll just look at the big brother of this tiger cub. He is very healthy. Can we check the length of this tiger cub? Yes. So for this one, he already growing to 50 centimeters. And also we will check the length of its tail. The tail is about 20 centimeters, so altogether it's about 70 centimeters plus the length of the tail. So for this tiger cub, actually he's already very large in size. If we look at the condition of the fur, can you tell us about the health condition of this tiger cub? And later we will have a physical examination for the triplets. And basically we will check their condition on a daily basis. And today for the triplets, they are turning into 1 month old today. So we have to check the physical condition of all the triplets. So first, we would like to take the body temperature of the big brother of the cub. So I think for a normal temperature is about 38 to 39 Celsius degree. So for the average temperature is about 37 Celsius degree, but if they're getting nervous, and then the temperature will go up. But right now, if we could see, maybe he's not that nervous, and then the temperature is about like 36. We need to have the breeders and to check their physical condition. I think for the visitors, it's better not to touch them because they're still beasts. They're very dangerous. So for the two breeders here, actually they already have like 10 years of experience for the breeding. And also they're quite gentle to check the body temperature. 37.6 Celsius degree. It's within the normal range. So what's next? Well, we need to have an all-rounded physical examination for the triplets to make sure that they're healthy. So first we will take a look at their claws. Just like a big cat. So we will check the nails and the claws one by one. So maybe you could just like touch the claws and also to check the temperature. And also we will check their ears to make sure that their ears are clean. If we think if we are finding some of the dirty issues inside of the mouth, and then we have to clean the ears. So this is the bacterial-free. We have to make sure that all of these cubs are staying in a clean and safe environment. So now you can see the breeder is very gentle. They are using a swab to clean the ear of the tiger. Just like a small baby, and we have to take care of them. Now I would like to check his eyes and also check the color of the eyes, and now it's time to check the teeth. Now you could see for the teeth, it's already very sharp. Let me count. Already have 4 main teeth. Good boy. So if you score the big brother of the tiger cub, what's the score? I would say 10 points. He is very healthy. So actually for the triplets, what is the gender? So we have the big brother, and we have an older sister, and also we have a young sister. Sorry, this is also a male tiger cub. So this is the little brother. So for all of these cubs, they are very cautious, and also they always staying alert. So first we will check the weight. So when we are coming into the wild environment, we have to make sure that we stay away from them. So for this one, it's about 5.4 kilogram. Let's see check the temperature for the younger brother. As we have a lot of like the breeding intervention, and also for the triplets, they're fed by their mother, and that's why they're very strong. I could see for the big brother, actually, he's in a very good condition. So actually for the younger brother, you could see also he's very tall as well. So from the appearance, it's very difficult to tell which one is which. And just take a look at the skin and also the smear. And for all of these tigers, you could see it's quite bright of their skin. And also it's quite soft. So for this one, we may want to try to hear the heartbeat, to monitor the heartbeats of this one. So even though I'm not able to like touch the cub, but I would like to hear the heartbeat of the cub. So what about the temperature? So I think the younger brother is a little bit nervous because he has a higher temperature. Now I would like to hear the heartbeat. How's that? Well, I think for the heartbeat is quite fast and also very strong beat. So even though for the viewers you're not able to hear the heartbeat, but I would say for the heartbeat is very strong. Now we are about to welcome the younger sister of the triplets. So actually for the breeding center, we have done a lot of work for the tiger conservation. What are some of the highlights and the achievements? So first, we are trying to cultivate a very good environment or a natural habitat for the tigers. And also we are trying to monitor the health condition of the tigers. And for the tigers, when they grow into adults, we are trying our best to train them to make sure that when necessary, we could release them to the wild, especially if we could see if the ecosystem is getting better and that we are able to release some of these wild tigers. So for example, for the triplets, I think all of them, they're quite healthy. And maybe one day we are able to release them to the wild. So for the younger sister, I think also she's very strong. I could see the weight of the younger sister. 6.4 kilograms. Could see for all the triplets, they are fed by their mother. That's why all these triplets are quite healthy and they're very strong. I think when they grow older, we will train them for the preying and the hunting. Because for an adult tiger, they will reach the weight about 300 kilograms. Now we would like to check the body temperature of the tigers. I think for the tiger cubs, the eyes is quite different from the adult tigers. So for the younger sister, I think she is quite nervous. So today, actually, we just want to show our viewers about the triplets. In the past, actually, the triplets, we have the contact with the breeders, but today we are able to see the conditions of the triplets. We could see for all the triplets, they're quite energetic. And today, because I believe they already see the cameras, maybe they're getting a little bit of nervous. So in the Northeast Tiger Park, so when the tigers, when they grow to 6 months old, and the breeders will leave the tigers because we have to train them to make sure that they could adapt to the wild conditions. Also, I have another question. So for right now, for the triplets, they're actually fed by their mother. So when they grow older, what other food we could feed the tigers? When they grow into 2 months old, and then we may provide pork or other kinds of meat to these tiger cubs. So just now we are trying to understand the physical condition of the triplets. Can you say hi? Stay healthy. So actually, today is the day for us to have a debut for the triplets. However, it's quite hot in the city of Shenyang, and the weather is quite hot. So that's why we have to postpone the day to make sure that all the tiger cubs could stay healthy, and then they're able to meet the public. So everyone may have our own job for the tiger conservation. So now I would like to turn over to my colleague, and then we're able to see some of the tigers in the wild. Dear viewers, good morning. So just now we are seeing a lot of live streaming, and right now we are coming back to Jilin. So now I'm in Hunchun, and today is the Global Tiger Day. So in Hunchun, it's actually considered as the hometown for the tigers and the leopards. So now in the plaza, actually, we have this grand celebration of the International Tiger Day. And just now we have the opening ceremony, and now it is quite bustling. We have so many visitors coming to this place and attend a lot of activities relating to the conservation of the tigers and leopards. And this is the mascot of the tigers. So what are some of the highlights for today's Tiger Day? Please join me for this live streaming. So right now you could see a group of children. They're in the costume of tigers. They have just completed a dancing, and now they're taking a group photo. So for this square, it is not quite large in size, but it is quite bustling because in each corner you could see we have different kinds of activities. And now we have two mascots. They're trying to interact with the local residents, and they're taking photos with them. And also we have some paper cutting, and many people are in this area. The Paper Cutting Association is setting up their booths so that they can demonstrate some of the paper cutting. Just take a look at this one. So we have the pattern of the tigers, and also we have the patterns of different wild animals. So for the paper cutting, now you could feel the aggressiveness of the Northeast China tiger. And also we're able to see the Northeast leopard. So let's take a look at the booth and see some of the artifacts produced by the experts. So right now you could see for the members of the Paper Cutting Association, they are trying to make the fresh paper cutting in the shape of a tiger. I would like to have an interview with a member from the association. So this is Madame Han from the association. How do you feel? Today is the Northeast China Tiger Festival. So how many paper cutting you make this morning? We have almost completed about like 50 sets of the paper cutting. All of these are relating to the Northeast China Tiger. Can you show me how to do it? I want to learn how to make a paper cut with China Tiger. So now I would like to learn how to make a paper cut. So this is a half-done paper cut. Now I will try my luck to see if I could do the cutting. So which part I should start? So actually for the Northeast China Tiger, we have to pay attention to the forehead. And also we are able to see the character Wang in Chinese in the forehead of the paper cut. To make sure this part is short, and you cut it to this place. Finish. Nice. And then we'll move to another area. You have to make another cup from another angle. Make sure you make it shorter. Very nice done. So now we are trying to make the nose of the tiger. So just now I've made the character Wang in the forehead of the Northeast tiger. How do you feel? Very vivid, right? So actually the main part of this paper cut has been completed, but I'm trying my best to make sure that the Northeast tiger is considered as the king of the forest. So today you have teach a lot of kids on how to make the paper cuts. Let's see some of the work produced by the kids. How old are you? 12 years old. So how do you feel? Would you like to show me some of your products? So these are also the paper cup used on the windows. Actually, this kind of paper cup is very popular in the northeast part of China, and even though it looks very simple, but it requires very complicated skills. Do you like paper cutting? Yes. How long have you been learning about the paper cutting? I started to learn the paper cutting since primary school, so maybe later we will come back to see the paper cup of the shape of the tiger. So today, actually, we are visiting one of the booths from the Paper Cutting Association from Jilin. So just take a look at this one. So for this tiger, it's holding a auspicious objects So just take a look at this one. This one is also very exquisite. All of these are paper cutting products presented today. Now we will come back to the plaza. Before we come back to the plaza, I would like to invite one of the experts, Mr. Li from the patrolling team in the national park of Jilin province. So joining Mr. Li, and now we will visit the core area of the Leopard National Park. So because in recent years now we are seeing that we have a lot of improvement of the tiger conservation, and later we are trying to get to know the latest condition of the leopards and the tigers. So today actually I saw some of the photos of the tigers and the leopards from Hunchun. And actually we are using the infrared cameras to capture the image of the tigers and the leopards. It is very difficult for us to use a camera to capture those images. That's why we use the infrared camera. So as you are the head of the patrolling team, how many years have been you working in this place? More than 10 years. So in the past few years, can you share with us some of the stories about conserving the animals? So right at the beginning, so we have to track the traces of the tigers, but it is very difficult for us to find out a real tiger. But right now, it is very easy for us to spot some of the tigers. It feels like on each mountain, we're able to identify a certain number of tigers. So now we are coming to another place. So in this place, we are able to see some of the samples or models of the tigers. So you have been working for the tiger conservation for many years. And in the core area of the national park, can you share with us for some of the achievements in the tiger conservation? Well, just as I said, right now each mountain we're able to spot one tiger. In the past, we don't have enough information about a tiger. We are not able to find those tigers. But now, for some of the visitors, they may try to spot some of the tigers. And now I would like to show you a footage. So for the footage is actually shot from the infrared platform in the Hunchun Leopard National Park. So here in this plaza, actually we are able to see some of the samples for the northeast tiger. So some of these are coming from the China customs, and after some of the tiger dies, and then we are trying to remodel the samples of the northeast tigers. So by doing that, more people could get to know about the northeast tiger. So if you look at the ratio and also the expression of the tiger, it's pretty much like 100% the same as the real one. It's quite vivid. So now you could see for this tiger, he is climbing on the rock. And also you could see for this tiger is very strong and also very aggressive. And we can tell this one is a male tiger. So what is the length on average of an adult tiger? So it is about 2.9 meters. And also for the heaviest one, it's about 350 kilograms. So in this area, you could see a lot of samples. So this one is also a level 1 conservation animal in China. This is the northeast leopard. So because of the improvement of the conservation, right now we are also able to see some of the northeast leopards in the national park. And actually for the real leopard, actually it is much smaller than the Siberian tigers. So for the tigers, we consider as the king of the forest. And also for the leopards, based on the information I have got, I think leopards is more agile. They're able to climb up to the trees. Because for the leopards, they are relatively lighter, so when they run into risks, they're able to climb up to the trees. But for the tigers, as they're quite large in size, it's difficult to climb up to the trees. And also we have other treasure species, for example, the deers, the bears, etc. Now we are coming back to the middle part of the plaza. So actually we have a lot of footage collected by the infrared camera. And also we have the Hunchun Photography Association. They're able to capture a lot of photos about the leopards and the tigers. So now I'm actually seeing an old friend of mine, Mr. Gu, and he is a member from the Photography Association in Hunchun. So he has been shooting the tigers and the leopards for decades. Can you share with us some of your inspiration about the photos? So for this one, it is the northeast leopard. We are using the infrared camera to capture the image of the leopard. So in the mountains, we are able to find out all of these large-size animals. And also, I'm lucky enough to capture one of the photo of the northeast tiger. In the past, I only captured some of the footprints of the tiger, but this time I am quite lucky to see the real northeast tiger. Now you could see the name for this photo is "The King is Coming Back." So this is the real tiger we captured from the Leopard National Park in Hunchun. What about this one? I think this is a big family, right? And it is the first time we captured a photo with two tigers. So this is the baby tiger, and it is following the adult tiger. I also passed this photo to Xinhua.net, and this is quite influential. So right now in Hunchun, actually it is quite mature in the tiger conservation. So right now they have the infrared camera. They're able to capture a lot of images of the lively Siberian tigers and the leopards. And from time to time, we're able to see for the tiger moms, and he's leading her kids. Actually, in April this month, we are able to spot one tiger leading 3 kids. So now we are moving to another place, and we have an achievement exhibition site for the tiger conservation. So right now we have a group of kids. Actually, they're trying to learn some of the achievements about the tiger conservation in Hunchun. Good morning, everyone. So actually, I'm coming from the forestry department of Hunchun. So now I'm trying to educate the kids about the knowledge about the northeast tiger. For example, I would like to show them some of the photos of the northeast tigers. The kids are curious why the northeast tigers named after northeast tigers. They said because these tigers are coming from northeast. How old are you? 9 years old. So with the lecture today, do you know more about the Northeast tigers? Now I get to know why Northeast tigers are getting extinction. Do you like Northeast tigers? Yes, indeed. So today you're actually wearing the costume of a tiger. I believe all of you already participate in the performance. So how are you, 9 years old? So after the lecture, what do you learn? I know the Northeast tigers are coming from northeast part of China. Do you feel frightened? No. I think it is a quite interesting lecture. So today we could see a lot of kids, they are wearing the costumes of tigers because of the time limits, and today I already show you some of the efforts made by the tiger conservation in Hunchun. Now I would like to turn over to my colleague. See you next time.